So next we'll be talking about experimental travel. Experimental travel or immersion travel is a type of tourism where travelers experience the country by enthusiastically engaging with its history, people, culture, as well as food. Some of the famous experimental travel trips are exploring Cuban culture, tech shacks in the Exumus, crossing the Antarctic Circle, etc. Next, we have extreme tourism. By the word extreme, we know that something which is beyond our limits, extreme, right? So extreme tourism or shock tourism, rather you can say, involves traveling to dangerous places who are risk takers, such as mountains, jungles, deserts, caves, canyons, etc. Next, ecotourism. By the word ecotourism, everyone is very familiar with this word known as ecotourism. Ecotourism involves visiting undisturbed natural areas. It promotes conserving the environment and improving the well-being of local people. Some of the best ecotourism destinations in the world are Alaska, the Amazon, Antarctica, Australian Blue Mountains, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Galapagos Islands, as well as the Himalayas. Next, we have a very renowned and new form of tourism which has come up, that is fashion tourism. Fashion tourism involves visiting a particular place to enjoy, experiment, discover, study, trade, and buy fashion. It evolved out of the creative tourism, cultural tourism, and shopping tourism sectors. The top fashion destinations include Milan, New York, Paris, Barcelona, London, Hong Kong, etc. Next, we have garden tourism. Garden tourism is a niche tourism which involves traveling to botanical gardens and places that has a rich history of gardening. Famous gardens which attracts tourists around the world are Versailles, Giverny, Rivaux, etc. Next, we have geotourism. According to National Geographic, geotourism sustains or enhances the distinctive geographical character of a place. This is a new form of geotourism. We are talking about preserving the local attraction of a place, highlighting the sectors in order to attract tourists from a variety of corners around the world. Next, we have honeymoon tourism. By the word honeymoon, obviously we know that it's related to the newly married couples who go to experience the leisure and pleasure out there, who go to seek solace and have a wonderful time to get along and spend some special moments with each other. Next, we have jungle tourism. Jungle tourism is another very popular form of adventure tourism, right? The jungles of Crippling, the jungles of Borneo, the Brazilian Amazon, etc. are some of the fine examples. Next, we have LGBT, tourism. LGBT tourism is a form of niche tourism marketed to gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people. Next, we have medical tourism. As I've already mentioned in dental tourism, medical tourism is a very popular form of tourism, especially in a country like India, because all the procedures, the techniques are very affordable for different people. So a wide variety of people from different corners of the world, especially from Latin American countries, are seen to pass by different countries and finally reach India. Why? Because it's a place where medical tourism is very popular. Next, we have rural tourism. Rural tourism occurs in the rural environments and involves rural experience. Tourists visit these places to understand the life of the people. Some of the popular rural tourism destinations include Derby, Stevety Marden, Florina, etc. Next, we have slum tourism. So by the word slum tourism, we know that it's related to the slum area, the slums that are available in a place like Mumbai. Next, we have space tourism. Space tourism involves traveling into space for recreational purposes. Even though this sounds futuristic, it has already established its history. Next, sports tourism. Sports tourism involves either observing or participate in a sporting event. Sustainable tourism. Sustainable tourism or responsible tourism involves traveling to a place in order to make a positive impact on the environment, on the society as well as economy. It benefits everyone involved and not just one half spoon of the equation. Next, we have wellness tourism. Wellness tourism involves traveling to promote the health via physical, psychological or spiritual activities. Next, What are the few industries that are related to travel and tourism? We have food and lodging services, food and beverage industry, transportation industry, cultural industries, tour operators, travel agencies, industry dealing with real estate, finance, leasing, as well as insurance. So I hope with these words you are able to understand clearly what are different varieties and forms of tourism that are available. I'm sure once you go through all these terms, you'll really be able to understand in depth what is it all about. Now, I'm going to start my next video on the introduction to flora and fauna. Thank you.